And I've seen companies grow extremely fast within a few years and go from where we're at in revenue to 10, 20, $30 million a year in revenue without being VC backed or angel invested fundraising or anything like that. So I know it's possible. And because I know it's possible, I really want to see it happen.
Hi, I'm Lucas James.
And I'm Jordan Ross.
And I'm AJ Casada.
And we're the co-hosts of How to Scale an Agency. Here we go! After scaling our own agencies to over $185,000 per month in sales and working with agencies doing hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue like Hawk Media and Neil Patel, we've made this show to interview the top digital marketing agency owners and highlight the fastest ways to scale your agency. If you would like to join the best digital marketing agency community on the planet and let us help you scale, go to twiz.io to sign up today.
Hey everybody, so I'm getting more and more back into creating episodes for y'all about AI, no code, and how I'm planning to leverage both to scale my business to over $10 million a year in revenue over the next 12 to 24 months. It is a pretty audacious goal, but I really want to try to aim for it because I really believe in our team, the culture we're building, and I really believe that the stuff that we're putting together can really be beneficial for society, not only just to market businesses that have a positive impact, but also to build tools that make the economy more productive and make everything better. And I think all of us should in some way contribute to making a positive impact by increasing and improving the systems by which our society functions. And marketing and sales and technology are critical pieces of that. So for me, the more I can grow my business means that I'm doing a great job for my clients. It also means that I'm helping make an impact in a positive way. So that's why that's my goal. I really believe in that. And I'm excited to show you how I plan on getting it there. I'm growing from about $2 million per year currently to 10 over the next 12 to 24 months. Now, the way our business currently runs is there, and you might have heard of this concept before, it's called the flywheel or the flywheel of success. There's a book called Good to Great, which was written after analyzing some of the top performing businesses in the world and seeing how they actually grew and how they went from a good company to a great company and what made them successful. So one of the things he talks about in the book, the author, is this concept of the flywheel. And Amazon has a flywheel, all these businesses have a flywheel. And what a flywheel is it's essentially this system that you identify for your business, which is kind of like the core processes for the company. What it wants to focus on, what it wants to be. And what I'm going to show you and talk about in this episode is how our flywheel is structured, how we've created the company around what kind of operating systems, principles, et cetera, we hold ourselves to, how we hire and fire people, and just kind of give you, everything that runs in the back end of how we built our business. So let me just start off by showing you this. So the first thing here is, what is Twiz? What is the Twiz mission? What's our value system? Why do we do what we do? This is actually taken from a book called Traction by Gino Wickman. It's one of the most recommended books by some of the top agencies that I've interviewed. And what it does is it basically helps you build a culture, the systems, processes, et cetera. Shout out to the co-host of my podcast, Jordan Ross, who does this for companies, and he's helped me a lot with this as well. So I definitely recommend diving into EOS. But what this is first my vision, what I want the company to be, and what I want our goals to be. And these core values make us who we are. These are the things that we hire and fire people around. I really hold everyone and myself accountable to them. Some of them are, very important for us, like being open to change, putting client success first. Swallowing our pride is a big one. So for example, as long as a client isn't doing anything weird or unethical, if they're just being pushy or they hold us to account for something that we did wrong, I always tell my team, and I always try to hold this to my standard as well, is I say, look, it's like you're going to a hotel and somebody's being pushy or demanding. you just have to, swallow your pride and move on. You got to be giving them excellent customer service. And obviously there's a line for that, but the goal is to continue to give them really good customer service. Now, in terms of core focus, we have a goal for turning our clients into niche superheroes, delivering value, not spam. Our 10-year targets to hit $50 million a year in revenue. The way we measure that is by how many meetings we're booking per year, how many website visitors we generate per year for our clients, and our retention yearly. So a lot of these things here can be dived into more depth with the book Traction by Gino Wickman. And this is kind of that OS, that operating system that builds our business and what makes us unique and the secret sauce, right? Now, for those of you who don't know what the company is, the other sort of aspect to all this, we do sales and marketing work, and we help businesses grow through AI and no code and all this stuff. Mostly service companies, but we do work with some e-commerce companies, mostly service and software businesses. But what we do is we offer all these unique services as one part of the flywheel. So one part of the flywheel is basically customer service, right? That's the part of the flywheel that is very important. And what it does is it generates great results for our clients, but it also generates cash flow for me and my business and my employees, right? So it's a very fundamental way we intend to grow the company. Now, the reason that that's important is because we don't rely on VC funding, right? We're not trying to get the company funded or run as a fast-growing VC firm or something like that, fund or something like that. We're trying to grow from our own internally generated cash, right? So that's a very different kind of growth. It's very different, And so I think that that's an important distinction to make for people. So that way, it's very important going forward that, they see that and that we are first generating that cash to then reinvest in other things, right? And so the second part of the flywheel is our software. And so what we do with that cash is we reinvest into software, we reinvest into building systems for ourselves that we license to our community, and then we also license to our customers. And the idea this software works is it's a referral tracking system that people on my team use to track referrals, my partners use to track referrals to us, and vice versa. And because we built this, it actually makes our systems more efficient. And everything is integrated because you can access this actually through the Twiz website. So the second part of the flywheel is the software. So the revenue gets generated from the service, it goes into R&D and experimentation, and then it produces better systems. The last part of the flywheel is our innovating our current services, right? So after we put our money into high margin products, which are software products, right? Because they don't cost really anything to scale. That's the first form of R&D. The second form of R&D is just continuing to iterate on the current product. One form for services, one form of product iteration around the service that we do and the services we do for clients is podcasting. We've actually noticed that podcasting is an extremely valuable way to get sales for clients. And you can see some of the reasons why it's worked well for us, how it's generated a large amount of downloads, people who listen to this podcast or who watch our YouTube videos and things like that. It's helped us also build a pretty large community and also grow our business. And a lot of this is that third piece of that flywheel, which is, look, we're not just interested in growing through the software products, but also just continuing to iterate on the services. So just to summarize everything in full, basically what the flywheel looks like is we grow the service business, we take the revenue and the cash flows generated from the service company and we put that into the R&D for software. And we take the money that's generated from the R&D from the software development, we iterate into better and better products, because it's kind of like this transformer, which takes something that has a good yield, which is the service revenue, produces higher yield from the software, and then takes the higher yield and reinvests it into service R&D to make the product even better, right? And that's something I intend to keep doing for the next, $5-10 million a year in revenue. And I've seen companies grow extremely fast within a few years and go from where we're at in revenue to 10, 20, $30 million a year in revenue without being VC backed or angel invested fundraising or anything like that. So I know it's possible. And because I know it's possible, I really want to see it happen. So I'll be sharing updates from our journey. I'll also be sharing kind of like our revenue that we generate each month so you guys can see behind the scenes and see how everything's growing and scaling. Again, right now we're at that $2 million a year rate and our business is healthier than it's ever been. Our clients are happier than ever been. And the goal is just to continue iterating, and I'll be sharing product releases and notes and everything. So if you have any questions about anything, please feel free to comment below. If you have questions about how I built the company to $2 million in revenue, please comment below. I'd love to answer or provide any clarity on this as you wish. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you share this with someone who finds it valuable, and have a great day. Bye.